Hey, welcome back to another episode of Piece of the Pie. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new around here and you enjoy the content, please take a moment and subscribe. It would mean so much to me. Let's get right into it. Well, a crypto nightmare has arrived, and Elizabeth Warren is definitely more than a 1,000th of the boogeyman. The Digital Asset Sanction Compliance Act that Senator Warren introduced would put harsh restrictions on anyone that builds, operates, or uses cryptocurrency networks suspected of Russian collusion, which is vague in its understanding and could mean a lot of things. If you ask FBI Director Christopher Wray, he states the Russians' ability to circumvent sanctions with cryptocurrency is highly overestimated. Or the head of cybersecurity for the nation's Security Council, Carol House, who stated last week that crypto is an ineffective tool to circumvent sanctions. The supposed purpose is to stop people from supporting Russia directly or indirectly, and possibly without any individual knowledge of wrongdoing. So it's not hard to see this could open the doors to strict restrictions and unnecessary oversight of the crypto markets. Not only does it give the government the ability to investigate any crypto trading platform, but also tax US citizens for any offshore crypto transactions of $10,000 or more. Also written in the bill, anyone that facilitates the purchase, sale, borrowing, lending, exchange, custody, holding on behalf of another individual is subject to harsh scrutiny and possible restrictions. This includes miners, DeFi tech, smart contracts, and node operators. Senator Warren are sending everyone the message that serious sanctions are on the way.
The cryptocurrency market has exploded over the past few years. Now, most of that growth has been driven by speculation and gambling, but we also know that crypto provides a new payment option for criminals and cheats. Mr. Levin, your company tracks illicit finance in crypto. Do you know which countries have already used crypto to evade sanctions?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. It's an incredibly important issue and something that we spend a lot of time researching and detecting, actually. So when it comes to sanctions evasion, the transparency of the blockchain actually does...
Excuse me, my question was, do you know the 3 countries that have already used crypto in order to evade financial sanctions?
We have detected the use of cryptocurrency in Venezuela, Iran, and North Korea.
Okay. Now, can this oligarch make it harder to trace his money if he hops from one blockchain to another, if he deposits those tokens into a couple of wallets that don't require him to provide identifying information, and if he uses a mixing service that launders his money with other people's money?
Thank you, Senator. So the scenario that you describe, where an oligarch has $1 billion to be able to launder, requires significant amounts of liquidity to be able to obfuscate that amount of money through the use of cryptocurrency. In fact, many times we've been able to identify...
I'm sorry, but the question I'm asking is, does hopping from one blockchain to another, does depositing tokens in a couple of wallets that don't require him to provide identifying information, and does using a mixing service all make it easier for him to hide his money?
So, Senator, the answer to that question is no, because the chain hopping that occurs, you need to actually provide the tokens, which in a transparent way that allows you to move across blockchains. We've actually got software that allows you to...
So you don't think chain hopping makes it any easier to hide your money? How about depositing tokens in wallets that don't require identifying information?
You can always split the money up into wallets that don't require...
And that would help hide the money. And how about using a mixing service?
That doesn't remove the record of where the money actually sits.
But the question I'm asking is, does it make it harder to track the money?
No, so it doesn't make it harder to track the money because
using a mixing service, you're telling me, doesn't make it harder to launder money?
The daily liquidity value of mixing services globally is about $30 million.
So you might have to do this day by day?
And we have done extensive work in tracking large sums of money through mixers that have led to the arrests of people and the disruption of their activity.
I'm actually a little surprised by your answer, since you charge a lot of money to untangle and track assets through the system, and the system keeps developing more ways to obscure that money, and that's part of what you advertise. But for Putin's oligarchs, $1 billion or two, a few hundred, looks like a pretty good option. I'm introducing that sanctions compliance, along with 9, including the chairman of the Senate, and firms that are doing business with sanctioned Russian entities, and authorize the Secretary of the Treasury to act. Thank you for being indulgent, for letting me run over on time. I appreciate it.
So everyone, please protect yourself while you still can. Thankfully, the executive director of the DC Coin Center is standing up for the industry, saying the bill calls for sanctioning technologies and users merely for the act of publishing open source software or facilitating communication among network participants. This is unnecessary, overbroad, and unconstitutional. Not to mention, it will do irreparable damage to the industry. Not to mention the USA's dominance in this emerging technological revolution. What do you guys think about this story? Sound off in the comments. I'll see you there, friends. Till next time. Bye-bye.